Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Owen. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Baylor's offense will take the field first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw, wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Quarterback on the keeper. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. And the Bears in the hurry-up. Smith wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Brings into the open. Touchdown, Bears! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Clemson Tigers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Bryant. That's caught. It's Davis. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Clemson set up with another 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
They just keep firing. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the...
Touchdown, Clemson! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The run from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Bears are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Smith dropping to pass. Floats it out in space. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. And the Bears decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle. It's Spears.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. This time he's got his man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really...
There he goes! Got it out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll ride Davis here. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Tigers have moved it inside the 20. They want to run this quarterback. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're not into 3s, they want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. The give to the big fullback. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson 1st down.
Well, they came into this game believing they could run the football in critical down and distances, and they did it right there on that 4th down.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
He'll bring it out. It's Owen. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Smith wants to throw. Got the quick pass. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. Finds the big tight end. Right down the middle. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They almost went end-to-end and housed it. Now a chance to stick it in the end zone. 1st and 10 from the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Baylor! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Spears. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Making side adjustments here. Finds his man. It's Davis. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Dropping back, it's Denson. Tight end finds a soft spot. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. He fires a bullet to the right. He toasts the coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Tiger. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Bears will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the... And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. Off play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. And they gambled in their own... over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Smith dropping to pass. He wants it all. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown Bears! Looking for the tie with the extra point. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They've already gone for it a couple of times on fourth down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a third. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on fourth down. Instead, they back up. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. The offense changing the play. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
Smith wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop them on third down. Working that left side now. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. I'm not just going to get the first. I'm going to set you up now on the goal line. Let's roll.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it could be a pass in this situation. Pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff. All the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job and nice discipline by this defense.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. UCLA is just getting blown right out of the Rose Bowl today. And while scorned Pac-12 fans might have no problem with that, this will not sit well with that fan base.
To the air on first down. Under fire.
They're trailing by 14 to LSU. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Running it to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks.
It's a running room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. And that one will put him up here in the second half. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Got a man in the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Smith dropping to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Bears will hustle to the line.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster.
Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Tigers. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback, and when he throws it, go break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one. Third down play from the gun. Makes the catch. Turning it on. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Bears are moving quickly down the field.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Smith wants to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Field goal attempt coming that would make it a one-possession game, but he'll have to do it into the teeth of this crowd. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Smith dropping to pass. Works the middle.
And that's a good first down for this offense. Get something positive going. Like, listen, the possessions are shrunk now. We're in the fourth quarter. The clock is ticking for us. Down 2 possessions. You're not going to get many more, so they got to be smart with the football while still being a...
Oh, he's got some space. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Wants to fire on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This field goal would make it a one-possession game, and the crowd trying to get in this guy's head.
After hitting that field goal down a possession here late, one timeout in your back pocket, I'm thinking we're still going to see onside kick here. So nice job by the kicker. They're knocking it through the uprights. Now the big question, can he execute the onside kick?
He'll start this drive going to the air. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Got his man downfield. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Going for 6. Touchdown, Baylor! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Got to give this team credit, guys, because good teams find ways to win games. I know they were their favorite coming into this one, but they get the touchdown when they need it. You got to convert the 2-point play to tie this thing up. There's still time left at the end of this game, but you feel like the momentum is now back on their side.
What a big play by this defense. You give up the touchdown. You don't get discouraged. You bow up. Tight coverage on the 2-point conversion. And now, more importantly, you still have the lead late in this football game.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Great place to start for this offense. Handoff to the single running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Right back to him on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
And that's the best formation you practice every single week, because you know the ball game is over. We just did enough to get it done. Just watch it tick down to 0 and enjoy the dub.
The attempt is no good. And guys, they miss a chance to stretch the lead. It's still sitting on a 2. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch